We see 0 of 10 skills match. Employers are usually going to list out the skills and they're going to use these skills to eliminate applications or applicants. Right? If you're not matching the skill that they're looking for, it's an easy way, an easy method for employers to eliminate applications. Okay. So I'll show you how to add them, but let me go back into here. This is where we started from. So 0 of 10. If I just click on it, notice the skills that the employer, not me, not you. These are the skills that the employer is looking for. They're looking for someone with Linux skills, mechanical system skills, troubleshooting, Cisco system products, DNS, virtualization, Bash, network configuration, tech savvy, LDAP. Do you have to meet all of them? Not necessarily. Do you want to meet most of them, especially if you have these skills? Yeah, you want to meet most of these. You want to meet these skills. You don't just want to have the skills on your account though. You don't just want to simply have them on there. The skills need to be pointing back to the employer you use them with, or the certification that you use them with, or the academy that you use them with, or the school, the degree that you use them with. When we create our skills on LinkedIn, we can link them back to a employer. We can link them back to a certification. We can link them back to any type of education. All right. So that's what this workshop is about. I'm going to show you the skills. I'm going to show you how to add these. Got some people in the lobby. I'm going to show you how to add these. And just in case if you're late, like if you're just joining, we started recording. So I'm not going to keep going back, right? Because I feel kind of weird now, stopping and starting over again. So I'm going to go out of here. Anytime you apply to a job, most of them are going to have these skills. I'm going to click another row. Most of them are going to have the skills listed out, right? Most of them. I'm going to click another row. And be careful to the roles you're applying to, right? Look at these skills here: Active Directory, system admin, network administration. If your LinkedIn account doesn't have most of these skills, at least half of them linked back to an employer, you're not increasing your chances, you're not increasing your opportunities to hear something back. And the reason I say be careful of who you're applying to, this says anonymous, right? I'm not applying to anybody that has a title of anonymous. Right? There are fake LinkedIn postings, okay? There are fake LinkedIn postings out there, so be very careful with who you're applying to. We've had students before who were almost scanned by these fake LinkedIn postings, but thank God that they went through the academy. They could spot out the scam. All right, so I'm going to go back to the home page so we can learn how to add some skills. And if you're wondering what skills to add, we have a list. I'm going to send it out. It's going to be based off of the academy. If you've taken the Security Fundamentals Academy, some of you have taken the Splunk courses, you'll see them on there as well. So don't worry. Another way to find good skills to add is what I'm doing right now, right? Find employers or position that you want to interview for, go to their skills, see what they have that you should have on your resume or that you should have on your profile, right? And we don't just want this on our profile, right? Because more than likely they're talking about those skills within the job description. So we want it on our profile and within our resume, not just the word in our resume, but what we're doing with those skills for the particular employers. So let's go to the home page. Boom. We are going to go to, just going to click on the profile, right? Obviously, this is not my profile. And we're going to scroll. Well, there are a few ways you can add skills, right? You can scroll down here and add skills. You just scroll to the bottom and add skills. Oh, another thing, add projects, right? If you look at the resume templates, there are projects on the new resume templates. Add projects for my Security Academy folks. Add projects, add projects, add projects. So you can add skills by just selecting this, or I think if you select add profile section, yeah, if you select add profile section, you can add skills this way as well. Both similar ways. So let me grab our list of skills that I will send out. Let me know if you have any questions while we're going through this. Feel free to cut me off and You can put the questions in the chat or you can just cut me off. All right, so let's see. So let's use this right here. In all of these skills that you list out, y'all, you get some hands-on practice with them. All right, if it's been a while, if you haven't used the skill since the academy, get some hands-on practice. If you need an environment to get some hands-on practice, you're familiar with the labs. If it's not within a lab, let's for instance Splunk, you're familiar with the Splunk courses, and keep in mind we have some workshops coming out for a variety of different skills, right? Linux admin workshops, Splunk admin workshops, Splunk SPO workshops, Splunk content developing. The workshops are going to be live. They're not going to be the on-demand courses. Splunk architecting workshops, Splunk content development, Splunk engineering, Bash scripting workshops, Python workshops, vulnerability workshops, all hands-on in class work. They're going to be a lot of fun, a lot of fun. So keep that in mind. And they're going to be very affordable, okay? They're very, very, very affordable. You all should not be spending $5,000 plus on any course, all right? That's ridiculous. Unless it's like InfoSec and your employer's paying for it, or SANS Institute and your employer's paying for it. But anything over $5,000, unless it's a guarantee, and I'm serious, it has to be guaranteed. If they cannot guarantee you some type of employment, you should not be paying $5,000. That's ridiculous. 5,000 plus is ridiculous. Unless it's like a Splunk course and your employer is paying for it. So here I have Active Directory. I'm just gonna you see the different options here, right? I don't think it really if you have OCD like me, you might pick both of these, right? But let's just start with one. I'll pick Active Directory. Notice how we can select the employer that we use it with, the education, the certification. Most of the time, these skills can be applied to at least an employer at the very least and a certification. So if I just do this, oh, you know what? And this matches the project, the group policy project, right? Because the group policy is a feature of Active Directory, or at least it can be used with Active Directory. And you could follow the skills to keep up with the relevant content, right? So that your feed is relevant to your skills. Your LinkedIn feed is relevant to your skill. You just save it. It's simple. And here, I don't know if it's going to show me again. All right, but LinkedIn is telling you 75% of high risk value skill context. That's why they have it in their job postings. Not all of them are going to have them in their job posting, right? Not all of them, but most of them will. And to help your resume stand out, that's the whole point of this, is to help your resume stand out from the others. When employers are going through 100 resumes, let me ask you, what do you think employers are doing to get through 100 resumes? Do you think they're going through the resumes to see
And using
meets
keywords.
true, true. Do you think they're going through the resumes to see who matches the requirement or meets the requirements, or they're going through the resumes to see who doesn't meet the requirements? Out of 100 resumes, are they going through them to see who meets the requirements or who doesn't meet the requirement? Which one?
Doesn't.
Doesn't. Oh, Cedric, what up, man? Cedric, I hope that background check they it was pretty good. That sounded like they liked you, man. Sounded like they liked you a lot. So fingers crossed. I think you're in good hands over there. Man, you don't gotta raise your hand on here, bro. You can just come off mute and do your thing.
Yeah, I did. I didn't mean to. I was trying to put the thumbs up. My bad. Well, good morning, Tail. Appreciate it too.
Of course, man, of course, of course. All right. They are not going through 100 resumes to see who meets the requirements. That's crazy. It's crazy. They're going to see who doesn't meet the requirement first. They are eliminating. It's so much easier. Just imagine how quicker they're going to get through 100 resumes, 200 resumes, and condense that down to about 50 to 40 to 30, right? And obviously they're not going through it first. They have a program. There was a lady, she used to work, she was a recruiter. She was in one of the classes and she told us about the program. I think it's the abbreviations are AST or ATS. I can't remember, but they have AI. They have programs that are going to eliminate the resumes for them. They're not going through a stack of 100 resumes. It's 2025, y'all. So we want to use these skills to help our resumes not get, thank you, Matt, ATS, not get eliminated. We want to use this to make sure our resumes don't get eliminated. And it's going to be a one-stop shop to make sure that you get interviews for every employer. No, this is just to help, right? It's a 75% chance help according to these statistics. Yep, applicant tracking system. Thank you, sir. So please, I'll add another one. I will send you. I'm not gonna go through all of them. There's a bunch on here that we have. But let's just imagine that you used all of the skill that we gave you. And you came over here searching for a job. Let's see a good role. Right, we're gonna have a Linux admin workshop. Right. These workshops are, when I tell y'all, they are dope. Oh my gosh, I just cannot wait to do them, y'all. Like, I cannot wait. So let's say this Linux workshop right here. I mean, not Linux workshop, but we already looked at that. Let's go to, I'm 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 going through it as if I've run out of skills. Okay. And I want to make sure that my job or my LinkedIn profile is as marketable as possible. So I'm going to go to a job that I would interview for, that I wouldn't mind interviewing for. It meets my requirements except for the over 100 applicants from a day ago. Sheesh. I would probably still shoot my shot with this. It's only a day ago, but that is a lot of applicants, which makes sense. So I'm gonna go hit the skills, and I would probably already have Linux skills on my profile, especially if I'm looking for a Linux admin position. But if I didn't, I could just add it from here. Okay, I don't have to go back to my profile to add it. I could add it from here, link it, link it, link it, save. But please don't just add skills for the sake of adding skills. If you can't speak to the skills, you're gonna have a hard time getting even past the interview. You're gonna have a hard time even talking to the person, right? So add the skills, brush up on the skills, make sure you're familiar with them, get some hands-on experience with them.